prepare the food, and I don't want to be that person. Is that all right? I'm going to do three things, right? All right. First thing, I'm going to talk about identity. Second thing, I'm going to talk about a guy named Charles Ball. And the third thing, I'm going to talk about my God. Brother Irwin, a few months ago now, allowed me to participate in the interview for the Voices of the Center, which I thank you for that. And that was an enjoyable conversation, natural. And in that conversation, he asked me a question that we really didn't get to explore, which is my why, right? And he made mention of it just now about transformation. Right? May is a mother to me, an auntie, a friend. She's become more of a colleague now, we thought partner now, but very early on she was more of a mother, checking me when she needed to check me, right? But praising me and encouraging me at the same time in this work that I do in Ward 7. And I want to recognize anybody else, all the dads, any leader or influential person in here. Thank you for coming. You see how I'm dressed, right? It's a little weird, right? Now, you like my tie? I appreciate that. So I'm pissed, right? Because I was supposed to be in the cover of GP magazine, and I have a new local designer. And that is little VJ, myself. So the thing about parenting or fatherhood is about identity. I wear an identity that's given to me from my kid. He made this hat one year. This is the very first gift he gave me, his tie, his shirt, these socks. Right? And the very first time he made me dress up, it was like Batman. And if you know anything about comics, I'm a Marvel person. But he dressed up like Batman. I dressed up like Batman, he dressed up like Superman. He gave me my Iron Man socks, because that's kind of who I am in life. Tough on the outside, soft on the inside. Right? Like crack. Very good. Very good to know, very good to know. Second thing, Charles Ball. I'm going to read this about a guy. Because I heard a lot of you all talk about difficulties being a dad, or the biases that are in becoming a dad, or some of the challenges that go along with being a dad, right? And it is hard. I don't care what type of dad you are. Your husband, and you're in the house, you're outside of the house, whatever, right? It is very, very hard to do for a dad or a father. Not so much so to be a parent. Those are different things, okay? But I want to talk about Charles Ball. Charles Ball is going to take us to the final point, and I'm going to let you all eat when we come, okay? And I want y'all to give me a big clap, not because you like what I said, but because I let you go early to eat. And I promise to be short, right? Charles Ball, 3 times the slave trade separated Charles Ball of Calvert County, Maryland, from his loved one. Yet with each loss, his resolve to build the bonds of family seemed only to have strengthened. When Ball was still a child, his mother and siblings were sold away, and his father fled to avoid sale. As an adult, Ball was torn from his family, and children sold to a slaveholder in Georgia. He escaped and survived a dangerous trek back to Calvert County to search for his wife unto death. He found then and went to Baltimore. She died, and he eventually married again. It's a tough story, right? True story. He married again to a free woman, and they had 4 more children. Ball's family should have been safe, but his wife and children were kidnapped and sold illegally in slavery. He never saw them. When I presented this to my folks to talk about what I was going to talk about, it was like, hey, where's the happy ending? Right? There's no happy ending. And I say that because as fathers, we oftentimes look for the happy ending. We oftentimes compare ourselves to moms. Stop doing it. Moms and dads play two different roles in families and in community. Oftentimes, as a father, you will not be recognized until the journey is almost over. Unless you have great organizations like this that will bring you here and recognize the work and the service that you do. And one thing I learned about Charles Ball is he takes determination, perseverance, you can tell he in love, right? And I'm sure he had some type of faith center that caused him to press forward to be in a family and to be the center of that family and to do whatever it takes, right, to be a part of the family, right? So dads, if you're out here, regardless of what your situation is, it might be easier if you're married, you know it's difficult if you're not, if you don't have the necessary cooperation and skills from your part and your co-parent's part. But understand that that child, whether you meet with them on the supervised visitation, whether you walk them to and from school, whether you live in the house with them, whether you have visitation, understand the impact of your role, not just to the child, but to the people who are watching. As Erwin said, I didn't realize how much people watch me evolve, grow, and change and transform as a parent. Now, to why? For me, I thought it was because of my upbringing. Most of the stuff that I've done in the world, professionally, volunteer, or whatever, has been because I saw myself as a person that needed to give back. And then I ran across a quote from Booker T. Washington said, if you wanted to help yourself, you help someone else. So I felt like most of the time when I was helping others, I was helping myself. Right? Trying to do the things for others that was not done for me. Fast forward to me becoming a dad, I made a very difficult choice. I gave up a career aspiration and delayed my law degree. Now, 9 years later, I'm here with an identity of a father, not a lawyer. And I think I am more satisfied with the identity of a father than I would have been a lawyer. Might have been a little bit richer, materially, but from the inside out, being able to evolve and transform. I am the wealthiest man. I thank you all for listening.